If I have $1 billion of liquid assets, I can buy $1 billion of real estate, $1 billion of gold, $1 billion of soybeans, $1 billion of crude oil, or $1 billion of Bitcoin. I cannot buy $1 billion of Mag 7 stocks, $1 billion of Apple, $1 billion of the S&P index. And so the fact that Bitcoin is recognized as a commodity and the only crypto commodity it creates a very safe haven for any public company or public company investor looking for the winner. And what's the implication? It's this. This is this historic inflection point for Bitcoin because
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Michael Saylor, visionary entrepreneur, discusses Bitcoin and beyond, navigating the digital asset revolution. He reveals digital money trends, global innovations, and future opportunities. Watch this video to explore these topics.
All of the very important questions have been resolved to the satisfaction of the asset. The question is it a commodity or a security? That's really, really critical. The second question is there any other digital commodity? A third question is, how does the administration view it, right? There's always a question of, will it be copied? Will it be banned? Will it be hacked? So what we've seen over the past 12 months is we saw the spot ETFs approved. They were historically successful. Then we saw a red sweep. Now we see an administration where every single cabinet member is pro-Bitcoin. Every financial cabinet member, the head of the SEC, Treasury, and CFTC, pro-Bitcoin. And then the question is, will the administration be clear or ambiguous? Well, Trump created the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve, very clear. And then he hosted the Digital Assets Summit Friday about a week and a half ago. And then that night, the crypto czar David Sachs went on television. And in an interview on television, he said that Bitcoin is the only crypto asset recognized as decentralized by the administration. Well, that's code word. If you understand the law, understand securities law, understand finance, if that's the only asset decentralized, that means that the only crypto commodity recognized by the United States government and therefore by the entire financial establishment is Bitcoin. Ergo, Bitcoin has emerged as digital gold with the endorsement of the U.S. federal government, with the endorsement of Wall Street.
I want to hear more, but do you mean this to say that there is no other digital asset that we recognize as a commodity, not Ether, not anything else? Is that where you're going with
That's
this?
what I'm saying. And by the way, that's not what I'm saying. That's what David Sachs said on television. David Sachs reports to the President of the United States, and what he said was, this is the one we recognize as decentralized. Bitcoin is special. We're going to hold it forever. We're never going to sell it. Okay, that's clarity, right? If you're looking for the crypto gold or a digital gold or a digital capital asset that's a store of value, that's Bitcoin. I'll make one legal point.
MicroStrategy's aggressive Bitcoin gamble is facing fresh scrutiny as mounting debt and dilution risks stir investor concerns. The company, under the leadership of Michael Saylor, continues to purchase Bitcoin despite a precarious financial position. With $1 billion in debt due by 2027 and a new perpetual preferred stock offering known as STRF or Strife, the firm appears to be relying heavily on debt and equity dilution to fuel its digital asset acquisitions. Analysts warn that this strategy, coupled with negative cash flow and significant tax liabilities, could threaten the company's liquidity. MicroStrategy's 2025 convertible bond has already been redeemed, yet financial pressures continue to rise. The possibility that the firm might be forced to sell some of its $43 billion Bitcoin holdings looms large, a move that could depress Bitcoin's price and significantly impact shareholder value. Despite these risks, MicroStrategy remains committed to its Bitcoin strategy, recently making a modest purchase of $10.7 million worth of the digital currency. As competition in corporate Bitcoin investment intensifies, investors closely monitor the company's financial maneuvers. The balance between seizing opportunities in the crypto market and managing mounting liabilities remains a critical challenge for MicroStrategy. This bold strategy raises serious concerns for investors.
The administration is very pro-digital assets. In my opinion, when the dust settles, there's going to be digital commodities, of which Bitcoin is the only universally acknowledged one. There may be some over the next decade. It'll be very hard to overcome that bar, and I think David Sachs said that as well. He said, it's possible that maybe we'll recognize another asset as decentralized. We don't right now. And there's maybe going to be half a dozen of those in the next 10 or 20 years. That's very rare. The second is a digital currency. That's a stable coin, and so the government's gonna pass. I think the Genius Act will be passed. The U.S. government will allow a U.S. regulated company or bank to issue a stable coin as long as it's backed by treasuries, by currency equivalents in a U.S. Regulated institution. The third asset will be digital securities. That's tokenized stocks and bonds. I think you'll have to be a regulated entity to it. BlackRock will issue digital securities. You'll get a digital share of Apple or a digital ETF. And they'll circulate 24/7, 365. And then the last will be a digital token. And a digital token will be the lowest threshold. Anybody can launch a token. It won't be a security. It will stop short in the utility that's deemed legally a security. Right now, the SEC is going through an elaborate set of meetings to determine what constitutes a security. Trump coin will not be a security. We know that. Sachs has even said that. It's likely going to end up being deemed a token. And I think if I'm in the crypto industry, the takeaway is the only thing where you've got regulatory clarity, if you're going to put $1 billion bet on right now, the only thing you would do is put $1 billion bet on Bitcoin as a long-term store of value. That is clear. The president said he wants the digital assets framework on his desk by August at the White House a week and a half ago. I think you will have clarity that will be passed into law and signed by the president sometime in 2025 that will create a very clear path for digital currency, digital tokens, and digital securities. They're coming. But right now, the real news of the past 2 weeks is there's one digital commodity endorsed by the U.S. federal government.
Bitcoin may see a strong recovery above the critical $90,000 mark as easing inflation concerns boost investor optimism ahead of the FOMC meeting. After a 2-month downtrend with Bitcoin trading near $84,248, many experts believe a counter-trend rally is possible due to oversold conditions and a mildly dovish stance from the Federal Reserve. Marcus Thielen, CEO of 10x Research, explained that current market conditions are prompting some consolidation, which could eventually lead Bitcoin back toward $90,000. Investors are also encouraged by Fed Chair Jerome Powell's signals that the central bank will remain on hold amid economic uncertainty. His remarks on the temporary inflationary effects of tariffs further support the view that inflation pressures may soon ease. As the market awaits further policy guidance from today's FOMC meeting, traders remain hopeful that a more supportive monetary environment will reignite bullish momentum in the crypto market. The outcome of the meeting could prove to be a major catalyst for Bitcoin's next price move. Analysts caution that any unexpected setback could stall recovery. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.